Yo, yo, yo.
Yo.
Yep.
Yo. Welcome, Father Greg from our local parish,
Yeah.
St. Mary's of Good Counsel.
Good to be here.
Good to be here?
Yeah.
Good to be here. Good that you came to us. We wanted to,
Should we start like God be with you or Lord be with you?
are we starting with a prayer?
I don't know. I know how to say it in Polish. What do you say to a priest in
He
English?
put buffalo on there.
Yeah, I'm saying
Oh,
in
Boszczęść
English.
Boże.
Boszczęść Boże.
Yeah.
How do you
but
say it in English?
What do you say?
Yeah, what do you say in English?
God bless.
God bless.
Yeah, God bless.
God bless you,
God
Father.
bless.
Right? God bless, Father. I don't know. We don't go to English
We're
mass.
Polish.
Yeah, we go to
Hello.
Polish mass. Yeah, hello, hello, Father. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I've been looking forward to this one. I've been trying to get you out here for a while.
Yeah, I mentioned it a few times to him too.
Yeah. We definitely mentioned that we just couldn't figure out the
details,
logistics, the details. You're a busy man.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. You do a little bit of everything. You're a priest over here at St. Mary's, or not St. Mary's.
Mother of Counsel.
Mother of Good Counsel. Man, I always messed it up. And I go to that church every week.
Supposed to be Our Lady.
Is it Our Lady or
But
Our
it's
Mother?
not. But it's not, because the church is named after the province of the religious community that founded it.
Ah, okay.
That
so
was the province. Pope Leo, as Robert Prevost, was the prior provincial. Our Mother of Good Counsel. It's the province of Our Mother of Good Counsel.
So is it Our Mother of Good Counsel now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not Our Lady of Good Counsel.
Because it's typically Our Lady and then a title. That's how the litany or Loretto litany or titles of Mary are used.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's a little confusing, but yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Well, regardless of the fact,
Yep.
we're glad that the church is here because this church might not have been here a couple of years ago, right?
Correct.
So, Father Greg here basically brought back this church from being closed up. So, give us a little bit of a backstory on that. So, what was the situation like? Because obviously, I lived in Homer Glen because the church is in Homer Glen.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Homer Glen basically from 2016, but I went to Lamont because it was closer to me back in my old house. Now where I live here, this church is much closer. However, I didn't even know when we moved here that there was a Polish mass at the time.
I didn't know until Alanka had her christening. No.
Yeah, well, that was
Yeah.
kind of in the
Well,
beginning because I think you brought back, you became the pastor for the church when? What year?
Technically 2022.
2022, but you opened that church up or...
So
Yeah, give us a backstory.
So the parish was founded in 1996. The Augustinians were looking for a place because the Augustinians are the ones that run Providence High School.
Oh, okay,
in New Lenox.
which is in New Lenox,
New
yeah.
Lenox, yeah, because they're a teaching order, a group of religious brothers and priests teaching, right? And they have been present in this area, helping out the ones who lived at Providence High School, at the house there. So they would go to different churches, say masses, and that way they would be out there and people
Promoting the
religion,
yeah.
school,
Yeah,
basically.
promoting the
So
school and the
like
religion.
St. Francis on Wolf, Elizabeth Seton in Orland Hills. Obviously, they're also running St. Jude, Lamont. They're helping out the Lamont churches. The other church in Homer Glen, St. Bernard.
Yeah,
So they
St.
were
Bernard, yeah.
yeah, St. Bernard. And they were looking to start a church. First, they were looking at the church location to be Frankfurt, but the pastor was of St. Anthony back in the day was not open to it, and because he was playing golf with the bishop took his side.
Oh, okay. All right.
But
So a little bit of internal religious politics.
it's always politics.
Yeah, right.
Doesn't matter where.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where. There's always politics.
And so it was decided that it was going to be in Homer Glen because that pastor was afraid that it was going to cannibalize his parish. Like if they build a second church, half of his congregation is going to
In
go
Frankfurt.
in Frankfurt. But 2 months later, ironically, Chicago Archdiocese, which is in Cook County, opened up St. Stephen.
Oh.
And part of Tinley Park is in Will County, which
Right.
belonged to St.
Yeah.
St. Anthony's in Frankfurt, so a little bit of irony. So
Okay.
they started this church in 96. They bought a house on Silky Drive, which is off of Parker, between 151st and 159th.
Okay.
And that's where the residence of the priest, it's a split-level home. It's been sold by the parish now. Split level, so the second floor was priest residence. First floor in the garage were offices. They had the religious education there initially, office space and chapel. Some people were actually baptized there even.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Then they were renting. I am not 100% sure about accuracy of this statement. They were using I don't know which one was first, either the Homer Junior High or the place which is now the gym by the Dunkin' Donuts place on 159.
Oh, the Plex place?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
The Sportsplex?
Yep.
Or?
No.
No.
Sportsplex is the big one.
No.
Oh.
By the new Dunkin' Donuts.
The new Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, there's a gym there. It's the heat gym.
Something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right next to Ace.
Okay.
Right. That's
Yeah,
right. Mhm.
by Ace Hardware. Yeah, which is down the street from the current church.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so that was for a while. And when they finally executed plans to build the church, they acquired that land, rezoned it. It was farmland back then, and built this church, the current building. In 1999, 2000 was blessed. Pope Leo was there.
Which is
as a
crazy,
Pope,
right?
wow.
Which is crazy, yeah.
Yes,
His picture is above the chair where he sat.
Have you
in
met
the
Pope
church.
Leo?
Yeah.
Okay.
When he came to New Lenox in 24,
Okay.
he did a talk and mass. I went to introduce myself since I was the new pastor of
Oh
the
man,
council.
we got connections all the way out to the Pope.
I don't know if we got connections. Don't quote me on that.
my coworker's brother is really good friends with the Pope. When he got he actually flew to the
Rome.
Vatican and met up with him.
That's awesome.
Well, yeah, because he was from here.
Yeah,
right?
they drank a PBR together. I'm serious. They drank a beer together when he flew over there.
They're probably sitting in the, you know how you see on Facebook all the time, you have a Chicago Pope always dressed in Bears outfit.
Bears
Yeah.
outfit. Yeah, but everybody's claiming him.
Yeah,
Socks,
sock,
cups,
gloves,
yeah,
everybody.
Portillo's.
That's okay. He's supposed to-
What's his favorite pizza?
The pizza?
Yeah, which pizza? he likes?
Nancy's? Not Nancy's.
Which
Which one? The famous Chicago famous one?
Not Cristiano's?
No,
Not
no,
Cristiano's. Not
Go-
Cristiano's.
Google check which pizza
Man, this is how much we know about pizza in Chicago.
place. No, what?
Giordano's?
I don't know.
No. Which
Pizza place Pope Leo likes?
It's gotta be like either like
Aurelio's.
Aurelio's. That's what-
Aurelio's.
Yeah.
I got
Specifically
sick from there.
Oh,
Man, that's not Aurelio's too. It was way too salty, man. I like salty, but it was way too salty.
Anyways.
Aurelio's is good pizza.
Yeah.
It's just the last time I had it was really salty, and I'm like, I can't eat this. It's too salty, dude.
Anyways, back to the story.
Yeah, back to the story.
I don't do pizza. So.
So he was there at the church to bless it. Basically?
when Bishop blessed it, yeah, basically. And so the Augustinians ran it from 1996, the parish, until 2020. Prior to that, there was a priest appointed for both, St. Bernard and Counsel, and then they decided to revert the parish back to the diocese because technically all parishes belong to the diocese. They can be staffed by religious, not like me. I belong to the diocese.
Right.
I'm incarnated. But when they leave, we get them back. And so I was the dean of this deanery back then, and it fell upon me to be the administrator when they left. They had to have somebody.
When the Augustinians left.
Yes, this was
Somebody had to take care of the church.
So that was September 1st of 2020, right after COVID or middle of COVID.
Right in COVID.
Yeah.
Right in COVID, and it was a sad story because the total number of people coming, and remember, people had to sign up, and we were, I think, certified to 200 people in church. We were getting 140 at 3 masses.
Holy
combined.
smokes!
Combined.
Across all three.
So attendance was very low.
Very low.
Where to the point where
It was
They
not
were-
viable.
it wasn't viable. The church wasn't really bringing in. Not that it's all about the money, but they weren't really bringing in donations, money. I'm guessing, and the people weren't showing up.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, there's a value to. I mean, I would assume there was a value to just people coming, right? If people aren't coming, what's the point? What's the point of it being there?
How do you
Right.
judge how much people are in the church if you don't have people signing up for the church, right?
So somehow
For the parish.
the COVID did that, but also the numbers were dwindling prior to COVID. You know, the parish lost a lot of members over the years, and I mean, there's a couple theories. You know, the leadership change. You know, the founding pastor and his associates were really charismatic people, but the Augustinians decided to move them and
Rather maybe somebody that maybe people didn't like as much.
retire, or somebody who was not necessarily a good fit for that. Because, like I said, Augustinians are a teaching
Yeah.
order.
Well, I mean, how often does that happen, right? That if somebody leaves, like a lot of the like people stop going to that parish
And
because
go to a different
either the
parish,
pastor.
yeah.
I mean, I remember not this Grzegorz, but Grzegorz at Fabian. First time he was there, and then he left, right? And Father Peter became the main person, and a lot of Polish people stopped going there, right?
Yeah.
And then he came back now, and now
Varmusz.
Barmos,
Yeah.
yeah. He'd been in Tinley Park too.
Yeah,
actually.
he was. Yeah,
he
he
was
was
in
in Tinley
Tinley
Park.
for a
A
while.
lot of people went to Tinley
Because of him, yeah.
because of him, and now he moved back to Fabian, and,
now the church is booming.
and now a lot of people are in Fabian. There's like no seats every week. Every week I go.
It's the same as
Yeah.
at our church now,
Yeah.
but regardless of the story. So, back to the story. So, yeah, you were saying that Augustinians left. They probably put in a priest that probably wasn't as popular with
Right.
with the people at the parish, right? So the numbers started dwindling.
And it's not only Augustinians thing, you know. We
well,
get,
they're teaching order, right? So they probably
but we also have priests who are diocesan priests, belong to the diocese, who not everybody is fit to, because being a pastor is being a leader. You need to be able to lead.
Right.
There is the pastoral component, so church praying, stuff like that, but also administration and handling other things, So not everybody is
Having a
fit
good
to do
homily.
everything. Yeah, exactly. Some might be good administrators, but the preaching might be boring.
yeah, exactly. Or very long, and nothing against long preaching, right? But you get to the point sometimes. That's
you lose when you lose focus, and then your message doesn't come across all the
Sometimes,
way, right? Sometimes,
right.
if it's a very good one, yes, the point will get across.
Yeah.
But
So I
sometimes-
don't know if this is still current, but some studies suggest that average attention span is between 5 and 7 minutes.
I'm not surprised.
Makes sense.
I mean, if people look at their phone. Think about it. Just think about that study. Where do they get those numbers from? When you're looking at your phone,
they
especially people that-
record screen time.
when you're looking at your phone, you're looking at stuff, and your attention span is just on that phone, and it's directly on there, and you're just scrolling through stuff, and then you realize it's already been like 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, right.
You're like, whoa, what did I do for the last 10 minutes?
Why do you think on social media everybody has shorts now?
Yeah,
right?
because
30-second
it's quick.
clips.
Boom, boom,
because it's
boom,
quick.
boom. 15
Right.
seconds nowadays.
Well, it depends. Right?
Yeah, depends which ones. But yeah, so back to the story. For like the fifth time. So this is the problem we have on
Welcome
this
to the
podcast.
TBTS podcast.
Yeah. We start talking, then we start going off tangent, and then we talk about a little bit something else, and then we back to the story half an hour later. So let's try to stick to the story.
So I had an idea, and there were some people who
Before that, you became administrator for the
administrator,
church.
so not a
Okay.
pastor, administrator. So
Yes.
I was calling the shots, and I was
Okay.
told by the diocese, by my boss. We didn't have a bishop back then. We also had administrator because our bishop retired for health reasons in December of 19. So in 2020, we were with no bishop, and with COVID, it was a perfect storm.
Yeah.
And so when the parish reverted, and I was made the administrator in virtue of me being the dean. Dean is a priest appointed by the bishop to oversee like a grouping of parishes. Dean comes from a Greek 10, but 16. So ours was 16 parishes. So it spans from Homer Glen, Woolcook Road, all the way to Oswego, Plain, or Yorkville.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So those churches were all under you.
Under me,
technically. You were the administrator for those
Technically,
churches.
when they wanted to engage the bishop or something, they will
Go
first
through
go through me, and then once a year I'll give a report. I was supposed to visit every parish, take notes, interview pastor, associate if there were one, and then take notes, talk to the staff, and
So
then
you're pretty administrative.
I had to be, you know.
Yeah. All right.
So I had an idea, and someone actually recommended it. I was also told by the diocese, with the bishop and his representatives, clean the shop, and prepare it for the new pastor, incoming pastor. So whatever you see, you think you need to change. So sometimes, and change is inevitable, but necessary at times, but not popular.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I were,
Like we were just saying.
if I were to be the administrator, then if I leave, all those bad association will go with me. So whatever unpopular decisions I would have made,
Yeah.
prepare the new guy to be successful, it will go with me. Obviously.
Yeah.
And I had an idea of starting a mass back in when I was at St. John Vianney Lockport. That was my previous assignment. I was there for 7 years. We were going to rent the space as a
Which space? The church here?
here
Okay.
for like 1 p.m. Polish mass.
Okay.
Okay.
Satellite mass from St. John Vianney, which is a small church, seats about 200 to 300 people, 250 to 300 people, depending if you lose the cry rooms in the back, and we were going to use this for another mass, but
this church.
for the community of
Lockport.
Lockport, and it was going to take place. The pastor agreed. We worked out the details, and and COVID happened, and then they decided to leave. So I never abandoned this idea. I ran it by the diocese. I said, listen, that will bring at least 100 people more,
Yeah.
you know, and it will help the church.
Polish people.
Polish people.
Because you're talking about Polish Mass specifically.
So our first Polish Mass was in first Sunday of Advent of 2020.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was very first Mass.
So 20. That sounds about right because we did Elenka. Well, we did Elenka in 21. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So that was a year later. That was already during end of COVID, I guess you could say. Okay. Yeah. That sounds about right because the first time we went to church to Good Counsel, I think it was like the end of like 2020, and people were like, "Oh, this is a pretty new, like Polish Mass." I was like, I didn't even know there was anything like that going on here at the moment. You know, so it worked out perfect for us.
Yeah. They've tried for 25 years to open a Polish Mass here because the Homer Glen always said a Polish contingency population, but the leadership was not open to it back in the day. So 25 years they were fighting basically from the beginning, asking because, like for instance, there's Polish connection. The stained glass windows in the church are from Poland, Polish made. Some Polish people were instrumental in
putting this together,
in putting together the church when they were building. You know, the capital campaign and the construction and stuff like that. So it was not a new original idea, but we just implemented it.
Yeah.
And it actually took off. And it was more than 100 people at the first Mass.
I'm not shocked. I mean, there's a lot of Polish people that live in Homer Glen.
Yeah.
I mean, and not only that, though, because then it seemed like after that took off and you took over, it seemed like the English Masses started picking up as well.
Yeah. So eventually, my goal was, for as long as I was administrator, to make all the necessary changes as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. Because, you know, if you extend it too long, people getting tired, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
adding more masses, adding another Polish Mass, changing mass times for everybody.
A lot of change. People don't like change.
Yeah, so make them upset at once.
So you did everything at once?
Yeah. So, for instance, 4 o'clock on Saturday, that's the anticipatory Mass, we call that, and Vigil Mass, used to be historically at 5 o'clock. When the one pastor took both places, he moved it to 6 o'clock.
So moved it back
6 p.m. because he needed to make it to the other church, which had 4 o'clock. So 4 o'clock to 5, time to make it. So we kind of suffered because anytime you delay Mass, make it later,
less and less people.
Less people come. Early is better. And so I put it up for a vote. I said, which Mass time would you like me to move this? Because we are not bound by the previous agreement because I'm the administrator. So I said 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, or 6 o'clock. We're leaving at 6. They voted 4. And on Sunday, because we needed to amend and change the Mass times, I've added 7:30, which we never had before, English, 9 a.m. Polish, 10:30 English, and noon Polish. So everybody's got a prime time.
Yeah.
And everybody's got, both sides got, less favorable time. Although some people say noon is not less favorable.
No, noon's a good time.
It's a good time.
I think after 1:30, it's pretty late.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
Yeah.
Even though that's probably the best time for me to go,
I was so happy when Fabian moved from 12:30 to 11:30, because 12:30 is already late for me. Because if I'm going, not that I don't like going to church, but when I'm going to church, I prefer to just get it done earlier in the day, right, and then have the rest of the Sunday, right.
Yeah.
So if you're going to 1:30, 12:30, it's like by the time you're done and everything, it's 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I brought some stuff that was previously historically here, because of the parish was going down the hill. Before COVID, they kept cutting down. So they eliminated the 5 o'clock on Sunday because they used to have a 5 o'clock on Sunday. I brought it back, and people asked me to move it up to 4 o'clock because 5 o'clock on Sunday. Sunday afternoon.
Oh, okay. There is no Sunday evening Masses now, right?
4 o'clock.
Oh, there is a 4 o'clock
Mass. And it's well attended because people, if
Polish
you don't
or
make
English. Okay.
So there's 4 English Masses and 2 Polish Masses at our church. And so I brought it back, and it works. People like it, and we have Polish people going there too. So it's massive convenience,
10:30 Masses are 50-50 at the minimum.
50-50, yeah. Which one? It's the hangover Mass, 4 o'clock.
So I mean that's awesome though, because like I said before, that church was basically bound to be liquidated.
So with numbers like dismal numbers like 140, it's not viable to support
for 3 masses.
The collection was like $2,000.
Right.
You know, and this is a huge building. The snow removal alone costs thousands of dollars. You know, and you have to do it because otherwise you have to close the doors.
Yeah.
You know, we are because we are a public institution by law. We are 0 fall, so 0 on ground.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So it has to get plowed. You cannot just leave it messy.
So what are the numbers now? I mean now I'm not
So
gonna guess,
we've pushed
ballpark.
500 baptisms in since 21. We started counting 500 baptisms.
2 of those mine.
Yeah, exactly. So
Wow.
Yeah.
when we counted people, Christmas, not this Christmas. Well, for instance, midnight mass, we did count 950 people or so were at the midnight mass.
Oh, wow.
The Polish midnight
950
mass.
people?
Uh-huh.
How many people are supposed to fit in that church?
Well, 600 in the church, and then you have the back.
Oh yeah, the
You
back.
know.
600 could fit in the church?
Yeah,
That's a
it's
pretty big church.
600.
I don't know.
seating capacity.
Maybe like it just looks a little smaller. The 600 won't fit. But then again, I guess I don't know. Like like how much can Fabian fit? It's got to fit like 1,000 then.
Well, that's because they got benches,
Right.
so people are more tightly together.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which we were just talking about, right?
Right.
But here you see more individuals. There's a lot more gaps in between, right? So you're kind of limited. But yeah, 600 people sounds about right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually occupancy plaque in the back.
Yeah. Right. I believe you.
585. 585, but they were not counting the choir, which we converted. So it's I think 600 even.
Oh,
We
okay.
got 25 seats
It
extra.
seems like every mass that you have on Sundays nowadays is probably somewhere between 500 and 700 people, no?
Yeah, especially on holidays.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody goes to church on holidays. During the year, depends.
Yeah, and so over Christmas, year before I think, or Easter, we had 6,500 people attend the church during the Holy Week.
That's
Oh, wow.
pretty. That's
Yeah.
wow compared to what a lot less back in the day.
Yeah.
Right. But we're talking, counting each mass and then
Yeah.
adding it together. But,
Right.
But
Probably
if
for the whole week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and then Easter.
Over 4 days, right?
Yeah,
For 4 days.
Yeah.
4 days. Another big one is Ash Wednesday. We can get thousands too. Each time we give out stuff for free. Like Palm Sunday, Ash Wednesday.
What you should do is start giving out. You should start giving. But you do. Well, you actually do give out free envelopes.
Oh, yeah. Free
At the
envelope.
door,
They
yeah.
just have to return them with money inside.
Yeah.
Another big one is blessing of the baskets, because everybody's compelled to all of a sudden
Yep.
eat blessed food.
Yes.
So the church, we had 4 of those, and I added 2 in between. So like we had 10:30, we had 10, 11, and 11, 12, and 1 o'clock. We're gonna move it this year a bit earlier because the afternoon doesn't make sense. So the church filled up 5 times to the brim.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
So
That's
that's
a lot of people.
Yeah, so 600 times 5. So
Just for that one day.
Just for blessing of the baskets. That was a lot of food.
I mean, that's always how it is, though, you know? I mean, because I do Truvania at Fabian, right? So every time when I'm going there and, I'm going to a change or whatever,
It's packed.
Oh,
It's
guarding
packed.
the tomb, right?
Yeah, guarding the tomb. Yeah, I do it
We do it too here. So
Yeah, I know. I was planning to go last year.
I
but it didn't
can't
happen.
leave because I kind of lead it over there now.
Well, I mean, definitely congratulations are in order for that
Yeah.
because you turned that church around. You made a lot of changes. A lot of people come to the church because of you.
I hope because of Jesus. You know?
Well, of course.
Yes.
But you also have to have someone who presents it well. Who gets the message across, right?
I would say the direct, because I'm of an opinion. When you ask the question, does the church exist do the people exist for the church or church for the people, right?
Yeah.
Which one is what? So you need to meet the people where they're at. So
Yeah.
they're asking for something and it's not outrageous. We should, like earlier mass, Polish mass, because kids take a nap,
Yeah.
around noon.
Yeah. Well,
So
you know it.
it's
Yeah,
different.
100%.
I mean, I got no kids, but
Same.
You're 100% right on that.
but you can verify that
Yeah,
you got
that's
2.
true. That's for sure.
You got 2. So
Paul usually-
If I wake up on time, before 9 o'clock mass, and we can make it, we're going 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because I know that'll be a much calmer mass
If Paul
for
ever,
me and the kids.
So someone counted the kids. How many kids are at 9 a.m.? It was 50 some, almost 60.
Population's booming.
The best is when Paul goes to the 12 o'clock mass, he comes home and everybody's angry. Michelle's angry, Paul's angry, the kids are angry.
We're not angry.
Kids are usually sleeping.
This is
but
not how
Paul's
it's supposed to be.
It's not the church's fault.
It's not the church.
That's
it's
our own
the
fault.
kids.
No, it's our own fault because we didn't think about going earlier. All right, the kids are getting,
They get restless.
Now we go to sit in the benches.
Yeah.
We don't sit in the back. We don't stand in the back anymore where all the kids are.
Right.
Because you know what they do? They look at each other like, we're going to freaking wreck this place. They start running around, screaming, rolling
They
around.
develop a market.
Yeah, well, 100%.
Like marketplace on Facebook, I got cookies, he's got sweets.
They
I got huge boxes.
It's a trade.
They trade all the time, right? We're trying to avoid this trade during Mass.
I know.
So we take them to inside the church now. We sit on the benches, and sometimes it's a little easier than other times. One time, not just recently, I was saying that one of my kids was ready. She was already on the ramp, ready to run up to you, and I'm like, I was already like halfway up there. I'm like, oh nope, we're not going up there. I'm not gonna go. Shame on me for letting them out there.
No, I would say we have a runner.
Yeah.
And I would have asked the parent to come claim your kid.
Yeah, but definitely, it's a good thing that it happened the way it happened, because the church is now a very prospering church. It's growing. There's a lot of baptisms, like you said. I mean,
weddings.
Well, I was gonna say I thought I got married there, but
You
no,
did not.
definitely a couple years
You got
before
married
that.
at Albert.
The baptisms really screwed over me on that one. But yeah, I mean, it's an expanding church now. It's like I said, there's a lot of people that I know that used to live back where I used to live back in Burbank are now here.
Yeah.
Homer Glen has expanded into a huge Polish community, and this Mass being here in Polish and everything is the closest one you got in Homer, because the other one is Lamont in Polish, right?
Or Tinley.
Or Tinley, which Tinley's kind of far from here.
Far.
Yeah, so I feel like this church now, not only did it bring a lot of Polish people, but it also brought back a lot of American people, a lot of English people.
Oh, yeah.
So it's good that the church is prospering. And I think you just recently said that this is like the fastest growing church in the diocese, or second fastest, or something like that.
First.
Wow.
Number one.
that's.
I mean, the percentage-wise, because we do October count and things like that.
Yeah.
We keep a count of people, official and official census. Yeah. Because, we are data-driven, right?
Yeah.
I am a person that likes to give it a try, so I have some base, some foundation. So, for instance, we've tried first Saturdays. We also have first Fridays in Polish in the evening, because the English Mass is already there on Fridays in the morning, so you can do First Friday devotion in the morning. First Saturday failed. And I knew it was going to fail, even though this is a Marian parish, because it was in English. It was an English one.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Saturday 4:00. So people are not going to go in the morning, which doesn't count for Sunday, because it has to be in the afternoon.
That's another question I was going to ask you. What time is the cutoff for the next day for Saturday?
Probably depends on
when does it start?
So when can you consider Saturday Mass to be Sunday?
Isn't it whenever it's a Sunday reading?
No. You can go to a wedding in the afternoon, and if it's your intention, if this is supposed to fulfill your precept that you're supposed to go to church on Sunday or holidays.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So if you consider that that's what you did on Saturday, then technically it counts, right?
It counts, right.
Oh,
But what
okay.
you should do is go on Sunday.
Well, that's the day, the Lord's Day, right? That's how it works.
Yeah.
For instance, morning Mass in Polish on Saturday would not work, because people catch up on stuff,
Yeah,
work,
yeah.
Polish school,
Clean the house.
Yeah.
clean the house, or do stuff around the house when they work.
Saturday's usually
Monday to Friday.
day, like you said.
Exactly. They're not going to do it on Sunday, so
we see Polish people don't work on Sunday. Rarely. Look at Marcin over there. Well, I'm talking like heavy
People
work.
hire me for Sunday
That's
parties.
different. Well, there's a difference, I think, between a job and, let's just say, I'm not going to be splitting wood on... Well, I guess I would be if I had to be splitting wood on Sunday, right? But Sunday you technically have for the Lord, and for sure you should have it for your family, from my opinion, right?
So in my first assignment, Knights of Columbus, you familiar with that group?
Yes.
Yeah, the men's group, and God bless them, they meant well. They put a patio or walkway between the church, between the rectory and the garage they built, because they converted the old garage. It was a ranch, so they had built-in garage. They put a standalone garage next to it, and they were putting that on Sunday. And
On Sunday?
on Sunday.
Okay.
Because that's when they could do it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they work themselves during the week. I don't know why not Saturday, but okay. So what happened was it all got crooked, warped and stuff. And someone said, I don't know if you can say that or it's going to be bad. Any work on Sunday turns in shit on Monday.
You know what? That's not the first time I heard that.
I've heard that too.
I've heard that too. That some, it depends on who believes what.
Well,
right?
like for example, I work on Sundays a lot, but that's because my side business. People have parties on
You're
Sundays.
in an entertainment. It's a different, different animal.
I don't do my regular job on
But
Sundays.
do you need to cut grass on Sunday?
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Can you do it in the other week? And
that's the thing. That's one of the things I'm saying. Like that's a job around the house where you're supposed to be doing it on a Saturday
or laundry.
I mean, according to me, of course, right?
Yeah.
But on Sundays, Sunday should be the day of the Lord. Sunday you shouldn't really be working on stuff because, like you said, like on Monday,
Yeah.
emergency stuff like snow removal, fixing
Right.
somebody's toilet got clogged or something, or
It's different.
it's different. Right?
Yeah,
But
I agree.
if intentionally Sunday becomes not a holy day, then you have no break. And we were created. Even God rested.
on a seventh day.
And because we need, I think there's studies out there. They say that people who keep going, it's like if you don't sleep, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
If you don't have a break, you're going to have a mental breakdown, or your body is going to stop going. You need a break.
You're gonna have a forced break. Essentially.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Oh, well, you know what? I have a question then, since we're already on this kind of topic. Meet on Fridays.
So there is no. Well, obviously, people are asking if it's sinful to eat meat on Friday.
Correct.
So in the United States of America, because every country.
Outside of First Fridays.
No, actually, outside. Well,
Let's see what he says.
In the United States, the only abstinence from meat is in Lent. That you're supposed to abstain.
From eating
Otherwise,
meat in
there
Lent.
is Otherwise, you can eat meat on Friday. Obviously, traditionally
On Fridays. So in
during
Lent.
Lent on Fridays.
Yeah.
Not all of Lent. Okay.
Well, Ash Wednesday is a
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not
Well,
a holy
there's
day of
there's
obligation.
particular days,
that's
right?
like Poshchiswa. That's
Yeah.
a whole different.
Yeah.
Correct. So in the United States, there's no abstaining from meat required by the church. That's what the bishop decided.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, if you think about this, okay, you can have a steak, but you can also have a lobster dinner, and it's not meat.
Yeah.
But it's
How is the
same
penance?
thing, yeah.
How is the penance? So those things of the old tradition
That's
lost
more-
the meaning.
Was that tradition ever present in America?
It was.
It was. Okay.
It was
But
prior
then-
1965, I believe.
Okay, because that tradition still lasts in Poland.
Yeah.
Yes and
Something
no.
has changed.
Something has changed.
Something has changed. Like for instance, I know that meatless Vigilia used to be the case, but now I guess you can eat meat on
Really?
Vigilia.
What
That's what I heard. I might be wrong.
What does the priest say?
Don't look at me. I'm not the priest.
Well, technically, church does not require that.
Oh, okay.
So Americans would eat ham dinner or
Yeah,
steak
Interesting.
on vigil.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always going to be a difference culturally between
Right.
different countries, especially
But I
so
think-
far.
Halfway across the world.
I think things that are meaningful we should keep doing.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
That-
Yeah,
I'm not gonna. I will probably still always have meatless Vigilia, right?
yeah we still do.
Yeah, we
Right.
do. Yeah,
Yeah,
now
we
that's
do.
'cause if we have it.
First Fridays, unless I literally forget, but
No. So first Friday, you guys had First Friday abstinence from meat?
yeah, we used to.
we used to
okay.
have we used to have every Friday.
Yeah, every Friday.
Every Friday.
We had
Yeah.
every Friday.
When we were living in my parents' house, it was every Friday.
Yeah.
Every Friday.
Yeah.
Same. No meat.
Unless we went out at night, then it was burritos.
That was a whole different one.
Burritos.
And then Paul argued with my mom that the priest told him that if you're working on Friday, you can eat meat.
Yeah, because that's what he told me. And she yelled at me. She said, that's not true. I said, somebody's lying. And it wasn't me, because the priest told me that. All right? I think it was Vadamush at that, too.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, because I asked him, when I used to stand, Pogorel school, same thing with Truvanie.
Uh-huh.
As soon as I run into Vadamush, or usually him, I like to ask him questions, because he would give me these straight-up answers.
Yeah.
He's smoking a cigarette outside.
Still does that. Yeah.
Look at you all crooked. But anyway,
Very straight to the point
Yeah,
guy.
so I asked him, and he's like, yeah, if you're working, you can eat meat. I was like, okay. I told my mom. My mom yelled at me. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, she's like, that priest doesn't know what he's talking
I'm like,
about.
you go to this church. But anyway, so we had that for a long time. When we lived in the house, it was basically on Fridays we didn't eat meat.
Still do.
Yeah.
Mom, I don't think Dad does, but Mom, I know Mom does.
Yeah, she probably does. Well, it's that demographic, those older people.
Yeah.
That's just the way they were raised and they're taught. So, but I got nothing against it. I like that kind of tradition.
That's fine. Yeah, like if I remember, I'll be like, oh, okay.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is remembering that it's Friday. Last time I thought it was freaking Friday, it was a Tuesday. So,
not that this conversation got heated, but I got warm.
Yeah. But anyway, so we're like I said, the church. You did a good job with the church. It's a packed church. It's a vibrant church. It's a lot of kids in the church. A lot of
young people.
A lot of young people. Yeah, a lot of young people. But I'm telling you, young people come because your homilies are good. They are to the point. They're not extended too super long.
Yep.
Good timing, and sometimes very direct. My specific one that I remember back in the day was during COVID, and I think we spoke like, I don't know, maybe a week or two before that, but you were kind of pissed off with the mask thing, and so was I, and so was a lot of other people. And so finally one day you did a homily and you're like, if they're telling you that this is, good or bad, I don't remember the homily one exactly, but you're like, you should still be entitled to your own opinion and still can't be forced upon by the government. Was it?
It was during the christening, because I remember that one.
Maybe it was.
Yeah, it was during. I think it was during Elenka's christening. I remember.
Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe that's why I remember so well.
I've been to this. I've been to that church a handful of times, and I remember. But
you're like direct, straight to the point, and you're like, we don't take no BS. I'm like, this is what I like. I like this church already.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I was tired. I was ordained a priest, not police, mask police.
Exactly.
And people kept calling and reporting that some people were not wearing masks. They were so afraid they should have stayed home.
100%.
Let other people, be. I mean, what actually took me over the edge was someone called the diocese, which I work, and I know all those ladies there, so they will let me know. So I told them that I'm gonna block you from going to another church because I'll blacklist you. Basically, I say this person is causing trouble. Someone outright lied, saying that there's 2,000 Polish people with no mask, not a single mask. Our church capacity is 600.
I think I remember that because
2,000?
I think you brought it up.
How would you fit 2,000 people?
I don't know, but that would be a
we're
miracle.
standing on top of each other.
You'd be like sardines, yeah.
Everybody's laying down flat, 4 people high.
And so I said what I said. People clapped because I think most
they
of the people.
because people are pissed, bro.
Yeah, people are tired.
Yeah.
Nobody, dude. I wore masks for maybe the first 2 weeks that they told us to wear masks, and after I wore it for 2 weeks, I'm like, this mask literally does nothing.
Yeah, the only time.
And then you find out that when people go to the restaurant to eat, they take the mask off to eat, and then they put it back on.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna freaking do anything.
It was idiotic.
It was
It was
idiotic.
idiotic.
It was the most. It was a test, is what it was, to see how people brainwashed people can get.
People think.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I'm still chaplain to Lockport Township Fire District, which encompasses part of the parish too. But I was in Lockport before, so it made more sense. My people told me, my firefighters told me, 2 weeks into this, he said, this is nonsense. If it was so deadly, we would be wearing hazmat suits with our own oxygen, and we are wearing paper masks.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
But they kept playing that, trying to see if they can control, to see who is going to.
They wanted to see who was going to follow the directive, right? And a lot of people followed.
So the virus was apparently intelligent, and you can get it in church, but not in Costco. You couldn't get it in church, but not in the liquor store.
You can get it in church, but you can't get it at the protests.
Correct.
Yeah.
when they were looting, right?
Yeah, in Minnesota.
That's fun. Now.
Sounds like today.
We're talking about Michigan Avenue.
No, we're talking about George Floyd.
Yeah.
Floyd.
Yeah.
And Minnesota's all just.
They can. They could take them. We'll take Alberta.
Greenland.
We'll take Alberta.
We'll take Greenland. They can take.
We'll take. But Greenland's not a Canada, bro.
It doesn't matter.
We'll take Alberta. They can have Minnesota. All right. We'll do a 50-50 trade. You guys go. We're good.
No.
Why not?
one for one.
Yeah, you're right. One for
Let
one.
them have it with Alberta, and they want to join us.
100% they want to join us. That's what I'm saying. And Minnesota obviously wants to join Canada. So
you know what happened?
go ahead.
What happened in Canada with COVID? How people's bank accounts were frozen because
The
they're
truck
protesting, truck drivers and stuff like that. So
Our cousin was
is
there.
this freedom?
A bunch of our cousins. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, our cousins were at those protests.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, they were on TV.
really?
Yeah, and shout out to Damien and David. They were at the protest, and then I don't think they actually had anything happen to them in terms of their bank accounts or anything. But a lot of people that were there, bank accounts frozen, and they were using crypto. Then their accounts got frozen in crypto. They got.
How
shunned.
did they get the crypto though?
There's still they can still. There's different things. The different ways that can be found. You still have to have a wallet for crypto.
Right.
Just have an email.
And you have an email. The government, if they want to find something, they'll find it.
They'll find it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you want a wallet, like, let's say crypto, if you want a wallet that's crypto that can't be touched by the government, it has to be in your hand.
Right.
It has to be like on a cold wallet,
Yeah.
basically a USB stick or something like that.
Right.
If you had it in Coinbase or something, it's linked to your
Yeah.
email. You put in your personal information
Exactly.
to even open the account.
I mean,
So-
yeah, and Coinbase, it's KYB, is it KYC, know your customer.
Yeah.
So they know exactly who you are.
We have.
That's
that
not
now, too.
That's not really a wallet that's secured wallet, but it's not a wallet that's cut away from the government.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not isolated.
It's not isolated. Yeah, it's not decentralized.
Yeah.
Is the proper word for it.
Correct.
It's a centralized exchange. So that's where all the
And,
information's at.
and regulated apparently.
Yeah, exactly. So, a lot of people got screwed on that. But the whole COVID thing was just like I said. When you said that homily, I was like, man, I like this. I like this guy even more. You know, and it's because I was. I wore a mask for 2 weeks, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go anywhere where they're gonna tell me I have to wear that mask. They'll just lose my business.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. You know, then they started bringing out the COVID vaccines. You got to get vaxxed or else. Well, people were, giving hugs through clear plastic sheets.
That was ridiculous.
Dude.
I kept doing ministry as far as I could.
I know you had complaints against you for sure that I know.
Yeah.
That people were complaining against you that you were allowing people to go to church without masks. Because at one point, I think somebody said, like, they were going to have somebody standing at the door saying, if you don't have a mask, you can't come in. And I think you said.
Well, a group of priests told the people who were pushing this narrative on us, lay people working for the church, and I guess listening to the government, how to tell us how to run our operation. Even though there's separation of church and state, they cannot tell us how we run our religion.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Freedom of religion means we decide how we run it.
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
Self-governing, and we got the rules. We've told them, you're welcome to come to our church and enforce mass. All the cowards, they never came.
Of course
Nobody
not.
came.
They were all walled up, locked up in their offices, and we had to face the people.
Right.
People who died in the hospitals alone because
that
they
was
couldn't
messed up,
visit,
man.
or people who didn't get help because they were too afraid.
Were you not able to do hospital visits?
For a while, we were not able to.
Okay.
And then I did a lot of funerals because a lot of priests, especially older, bought into that. Save life. Well, Saint Damien of Molokai, do you know the guy? He was a Belgian priest who volunteered to go to Hawaii and work with the lepers.
Yes,
leprosy,
yes, yeah, I've
and
heard
he
this
finally
story.
died. He knew he was going to. There was no cure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leprosy. There is no
But
cure.
those people needed a priest, and
How long was he there for, do you know?
What was happening?
How long was he there for? Do you know?
I don't know. If you want to type it up and see. So he's a saint now, and he died of leprosy. Saint Damien of Molokai. Molokai. K-A-I. It's one of the islands.
That's it.
That's it. Just
How long? You gotta finish the sentence at least.
yeah, whatever.
All right, smart enough to know. Saint Damien of Molokai, Father Damien,
16
born
years.
Joseph de Veuster.
Mm-hmm.
Where was he from?
Belgium.
Belgium.
He was Belgian.
16 years
Dang,
at the leper
he was there for
colony.
16 years,
Okay.
huh? Well, leprosy doesn't kill you right away.
Right.
Yeah.
You basically fall apart.
Yeah, you basically fall apart.
Your body rots away.
Yeah.
To use
In the movie Kingdom of Heaven, the king had leprosy.
The king has leprosy.
Yeah.
And they did not know how it was contracted, so they would, like the lepers in the Bible, when Jesus was walking, they were supposed to ring a bell or shout,
Mhm.
warn people not to approach.
Yeah.
Right.
And if if they abided by this agreement, they will give him food and clothing,
Keep them
and
alive.
support to keep them alive. But they were expelled from their communities.
Yeah,
They
right.
were, so when Jesus,
How did leprosy spread? Well, anyway, yeah, sorry. So Jesus,
want to check it out?
yeah, search it out.
We're gonna educate people
How does or did?
How does leprosy spread?
because it has a name. Leprosy has a name, something disease.
You spelled the leprosy.
Hansen's disease. See, leprosy is a Hansen's
No, it's
disease.
Hansen's disease. It's caused by
Bacteria.
Mycobacterium leprae.
Spreads very slowly. It's not highly contagious, but far less so than disease like flu, COVID, or COVID.
Person to person
COVID's on
transmission.
I can't believe COVID's so strong.
Or tuberculosis.
So primarily through respiratory droplets. So,
So you have to spit on somebody or sneeze on somebody or
Sneeze.
something like
Sneeze,
that.
yeah, cough.
Or if you
Cough
talk
sneeze.
and
Spit
you
on somebody.
and some
That's weird.
That's a way
When-
to spread disease. Camels spit all the time. Okay, that makes
llamas
sense.
too.
Yeah.
A healthy person would need to inhale these droplets repeatedly over a prolonged period, typically many months or years of close, frequent contact.
Like living in the same household. That makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense in terms of why people who got it,
Yeah,
and
right.
then some people didn't. So he lived for 16 years because he probably caught it right in the beginning, and then he just started.
Probably.
That's crazy.
Interesting.
So he's an example of a guy who volunteered knowing that, he had to serve those people, right?
Right.
They needed a priest too. Their salvation was on the line,
Yeah.
And somebody had to go, and I'll go to the hospital and they'll say like full-blown cholera says, so what? They need a priest. If I
Yeah.
get, I get. If
Right.
I die doing what I'm doing, maybe I'll make it to heaven. I have a lot of stuff to repent from, we all sinners. So if you die for your faith doing what you're doing,
Yeah. You have a better
Yeah.
chance.
you become a firefighter or a cop and you're going to run away from the fire.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
how they did that, save lives.
Well,
What
look, I
about
mean-
eternal life?
I mean, just think about it historically. How much missionaries went out into the world to
Exactly.
spread the religion.
How many
people
died?
got killed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killed, died, whatever. Right?
Yep.
Tortured. Plenty of them got tortured.
Yep.
Correct.
There's a lot of them. That's how most of the saints were. Most of the saints were basically either killed. They didn't really. Most of them didn't die a natural death.
No.
Most of them got killed
Killed
in some
because of
stupid
their
way.
faith. Yeah.
Not stupid way, but some way. Stoned
Yeah,
to death,
right.
skinned to death.
burned alive.
Burned alive, all kinds of stuff. So I mean,
beheaded. All
yeah,
kinds of
Saint
different-
John, right, was beheaded.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's Saint Peter was crucified upside down,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that? Yeah, that's right, 100%. So I mean, a lot of people who spread their religion died a brutal death.
Mm-hmm.
A lot
Correct.
of them, but that's what they signed up for.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did a lot of ministry. I went to the hospitals. They made us wear all kinds of stuff, like goggles and those face shields, looking like idiots. Knowing that you had gaps here and here, but
Yeah.
you're supposed to stop here, and I'm doing it for you. Are you
Maybe
doing
they had
this for
leprosy,
me?
not COVID.
Huh?
Maybe they had leprosy, not COVID. That's why
No.
he had the mask on.
I mean, it was a test for people's intelligence too, because what ran out first? Toilet paper,
Yeah.
right? It's like, what? It's supposed to be a respiratory disease, and you're buying toilet paper in a lot of amounts. So.
You never know
there
what side effects
it was a wild time, that's
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, the amount of stupidity at that time was very
Unparalleled.
high.
And we try to be creative, and it's been proven that priests and parishes that try to do something other than hold up
Yeah.
and close shop and whatnot and just protecting lives, proven that those people appreciated that,
Yeah.
and those parishes did not suffer from attrition.
Yeah,
Like a lot of parishes lost 40% of the,
people who never came back.
they didn't come back.
Right.
They
Yeah.
did not come back
Yeah.
because they didn't see them trying.
Yeah,
That happened to Tinley Park, for instance.
Yeah.
It was like locked down shut. And we had people come from there because they used to have Polish ministry. They still do. It's nothing like it used to be because people came here and made it home and stayed.
yeah.
English and Polish. We did baptisms for them because they wanted to baptize their baby because it was born during COVID,
Yeah.
and there was nobody to even pick up the phone.
have an eye
And
on
a lot of
that
churches were like that,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. I think some people did a good job. Like for example, you did a really good job. I think Fabian did a good job. I didn't hear. I haven't heard about like Cyril in a while. Like the
Lamont.
Yeah,
Cicero.
in Lamont. Yeah,
I know.
I know.
St. Albert did fine, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Fabian, Albert did fine. Yeah.
Well,
Mariusz is a smart guy, right? So
each time we had a Polish priest or younger generation priests, they were trying, they were fighting, they were
Yeah, right.
resisting. You know, they were, telling people, do not be afraid.
yeah, I heard you went a little viral
Oh yeah,
during COVID.
because we were forbidden from blessing people's baskets.
Yeah.
So I had a pickup truck back in the day, so I parked it on public street in front of my church, and someone published it on Facebook, and I was sitting and blessing the baskets from my pickup.
Awesome.
5,000 people came.
That's insane. That's a lot.
They blocked the whole neighborhood because it was all those side streets, tiny streets.
Right.
People would go. I finally told them, keep driving until and go and look back.
Do you remember Olivia's birthday?
Oh yeah, when we did like the car parade for
Yeah,
her.
we did a car parade down the street. We didn't actually get out of the cars. Now that I think about it, that was cool. It was like different, but damn, was that stupid.
Well, I mean, me and you don't. It's not to say I have the same views as everybody else in our family, right?
I agree. Yeah.
Right,
I get it.
So I mean, whatever. If somebody doesn't want, if somebody asks to do that, it's
But what I'm saying is, and it was different. It was
Yeah.
cool. It was from my perspective. Now you look back at it, it's like it was kind of dumb that we didn't actually just go and see
Right,
her. But
right.
at the time, this was the beginning, I think.
yeah, it was right in the beginning.
Right in
Yeah.
the beginning, so people were still
it
unsure.
was
I'm
May.
like, why don't we just go inside?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I don't want it gets. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I understood.
Especially around that time, there's
In the
probably other
beginning, I
people pregnant
understood.
and stuff too. So.
Yeah, I understood in the beginning, but after a couple of weeks, I was like, no, this doesn't
Just
make
trying
sense.
to find this podcast because I do follow you guys, so I want to send some links.
But definitely we have to pull those up for sure and send them in there. But yeah, I mean, it was. I'm glad that you're here.
Yeah.
I know you're going to be staying here you said you were staying here for the time being. You got no other plans. I know you have some other plans. I don't know if you want to talk about those or not, but
I was gonna say you're a man who wears many hats.
Yeah, so
because
it's not a secret.
You're first of all, you're a priest. You're an administrator, right? You're a lawyer for the diocese.
So canon lawyer, so church
canon
law.
lawyer, church law. Damn, what's church law even?
Yeah, well, I was
There's
gonna
a
ask
book.
him that.
There's
but-
a book called The Code of Canon Law. It's one book for entire church
Oh, okay.
globally. So the way the way it took place was, I went to the bishop and asked him to let me go away to the military, right? And he said, yeah. You had to have 5 years experience and permission of your bishop to even consider that, for them to actually look at you. And I asked for permission, and he said, yeah, we've got a lot of Catholics in the military, we need to take care of them. And there's not enough priests. Like the branch I'm working with is the Air Force. I'm not in the Air Force yet. We'll see if that happens. But for a variety of different reasons. And 6 months later, he was going to send me to study canon law in a Spanish-speaking country. And I was like, what? And I must have looked like pale, because what I thought was, oh no, he's gonna send me to Mexico, and I'm white. They're gonna hijack me. Nobody's gonna pay ransom. That's what
that
they
what
do
you
to
thought at first?
That's what they do to gringos.
That's funny.
Actually, it was worse. Spain. He said,
So-
go to Spain. I said, that's not gonna happen.
where everybody talks a little lisp. The lisp.
Yeah, lisp. Spain for 5 years.
So you were
I
in
would-
Spain 5 years?
No, I would have gone. I would have to go to Spain for 5 years, because I learned the language first. So a year or two, depending how I would do, and then 3 years of education. So 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
And
you didn't go.
I didn't go. We negotiated because I couldn't leave the country for such an extent. But I had a green card,
Yeah. Right.
so I couldn't leave. So it was Washington D.C. So instead of going to the military, he sent me back to school. And at the age of 30, I had to become a student again on a Catholic University of America. Initially it was awful, because here we are. And I wasn't the only priest there. With nuns, lay people who were studying canon law. And all them kids, 19 years old, coming to study. The freshmen, they thought they were God's gift to the world. The worst, because they came, got away from their parents.
Oh, right.
Like, over Thanksgiving, one of the dorms, and we lived next to the dorm in a different housing, someone threw out washer and dryer from the 4th floor. You know, one of those Thanksgiving parties.
Were they are having parties?
Yeah, students. That's all they do.
Did you have parties?
We didn't. I live with the Franciscans, so
So you had a peaceful life there.
peaceful life. Yeah, St.
Studied.
Francis. Yeah. So and I got back. I returned to the diocese in 2000. That was 13 to 15. So it was supposed to be 3 years because it's 6 semesters. So fall, spring, fall, spring, fall, spring. But they offer expedited, a faster program. What's the word? Accelerated program that you can go continuously.
Okay.
Spring, fall, spring, summer, fall, spring, summer, no break.
Okay.
So you'll do 6 semesters in 2 years. So you save a year and you come back to the diocese. So when Bishop found out, he says, "You're doing 2 years." I said, "Oh." Because I was hoping to have some time to myself, sightseeing, travel, like a student, let your studies interfere with your studies, type of a thing. Didn't happen. I got back, got a parish, the small parish in Lockport, St. John Vianney. I was also appointed to our court tribunal. I was the assistant. And I also chaplained to Silver Cross Hospital. But then I had to resign from that one because it was in conflict. They were looking for a day chaplain, and I couldn't do it because I had 3 days at the tribunal at the diocesan center in Crest Hill. So I was there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday was my day off. Friday was the parish day. So I'll do parish administration, sign checks, things like that. And obviously weekends.
Yeah.
Masses over the weekend. So he made me a dean. So in charge of those 16 parishes. Yeah. So I did that for 8 years through COVID. And this is how I got here because I was the dean. So in a way,
full circle.
So, and now I also got another job because our chancellor, who was like a chief notary, a manager who everything goes through his hands, signs,
he's got to read, sign, stamp,
notarize, left, and I got the job because there was nobody else. I found out through an email when I started receiving emails from his account that I was going to be the one. I went to the vicar general, who's like the second in command for the bishop, and I said, "So what's the deal?" He said, "Make it work." Okay. 3 days later, the secretary, because for each of those jobs, I have a secretary, right? Administrative assistant, it's called. Yeah. And the chancellors took a leave. Medical leave. So I was flying blind for like 6 months.
Wow.
Well, not 6 months. Let's say September, October, November, December, January, 5 months.
That sounds like a lot of politics in church.
No, it's because
administrative politics.
Administrative stuff. So, and there was nobody. And now we lost our bishop. So next week we're not gonna have a bishop again.
He went to New York, right?
He's going to New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's becoming.
I'm going there. I'm going to attend.
Yeah.
His installation.
I think so is my aunt.
History in making.
So is Michelle's aunt, not my aunt.
Really?
So is Michelle's aunt. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's going with the priest because she works for a church in Glen Ellen, I want to say.
Glen Ellen?
Yeah.
Which one? St. James or St. Petronel?
St. Jason, I think.
St. James.
St. James. I think it's St. James. I want to say St. James. I don't know. One of those churches has a Polish priest.
None of them have Polish priests.
Well, I don't
St.
know.
Walter has a Polish priest in Roselle.
Maybe I'm just, I don't know, making stuff up in my mind, but she works for the church. Okay, and
doesn't
she's
matter. She's
friends with
going.
the priest, and the priest is going to that, and I think she's going with him.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
It's going to be it's history in the making.
Yeah.
He's going to probably be one day a cardinal, and to go from humble Joliet, suburbs of Chicago.
Yeah.
Humble Joliet.
Is that your goal?
Huh?
Is that your goal?
No, that's not my career path.
Imagine one day, 40 years from now, Father Greg sitting on a throne as the Pope, bro.
No, that's not.
On the podcast as the Pope.
No. This is, and I'm going to, because it hasn't happened, I'm going to reveal this, that I was asked to leave Homer Glen already once.
I'm sure you were.
To go over to the cathedral in Joliet.
Really?
Yeah. And I said no to the bishop. He said, well, "You want it?" I said, "Nope." So I
think you're better here.
I've said, and I obviously gave him my rationale. I said, I am not done in Homer Glen. If I leave now, it's going to collapse, and that's going to be something that I don't want to allow.
Well, we're glad you're here. We're glad you decided to stay, and hopefully into the future that you're going to be here for a long time with us. And
well, great things are happening.
I 100% agree. I agree.
Highlanders play. The Zompot Holland is moving.
Yeah.
Is moving to Homer Glen.
Yeah. Exactly.
Do you plan on expanding over there at all? Because is that whole area, like that grass area, is that all part of it?
In the past, they have attempted 2 capital campaigns and they failed because I guess you need to have a certain identity for people to subscribe. Identity is key to the mission. So like police wears uniforms so you can identify them, so they can help you, or fire, or stuff like that. So identity is key. That parish had a confused identity because each time I would ask, "Oh, we are an Augustinian parish. What does that mean?" Run by the Augustinians. So I'm a Diocese of Joliet priest, and was make the parish Joliet parish?
Yeah.
No.
Right.
So I said, so there's a certain teaching you guys are promoting or what? They couldn't tell me. And that's why this parish was not appealing to anybody because it had no identity.
Yeah, it had mixed. It was mixed.
It was like just operating, you know.
Yeah.
Now it has a very distinct identity. It's a vibrant young parish.
Yeah, it's very young. I was going to say
very
that.
young.
It's very
the average
young.
age would be, I think, 40, low 40s, if you
That's-
were to count.
Yeah, a lot
We
of
have
people that
like
are.
5 to 10 funerals a year and 90 baptisms a year.
That's a good ratio right there. That's a good ratio right there. That's very good. But I'm saying that's why I'm saying you make a difference on that church. You made that church what it is now, and like I said, people are happy that you're here. Hopefully, like I said, you stick around for a while.
That's the plan.
Marcin was asking if you were going to plan to expand that church. I know at one point you talked about it.
We did. We did talk about that. We are not there yet.
Yeah, it's going to take some time. You have to have those numbers probably up for a while so you can actually have a reason
Some
to do
stability.
Yeah, exactly.
We
Which
could-
I think will probably stick around the way it is. Like I said, a lot of people that moved out here are churchgoers.
Correct.
So that's working in your favor.
It's good to see.
Yeah.
All the young people.
Yeah, I
going to
agree.
church.
I think
Do you think you've seen an increase in young people coming to
Definitely.
church?
People have come back to church. People who are not church goers.
Yeah.
An interesting dynamics is taking place is when they were young, they had no need for God.
Yeah.
You know, because they were strong, whatever, young, stupid, maybe both.
I think we've all been there.
And then they start families, start having kids, and they start thinking, it's like, I need to give them some
Meaning.
I need to give them some foundations,
Yeah.
and faith gives you that, you're going to be a decent human being if you practice your religion.
I agree. And I feel like what I want to add to that is I feel like that's a big thing. Well, the fact that people, come back to church when they get a little bit older, they are looking for meaning, but starting a family changes people completely.
Right.
Yeah.
Not only talking church, I'm talking life outlook, I'm talking happiness, I'm even talking politics and how you look at politics.
Right.
Like, let's say left or right, whatever. It's once you start a family, they shift a lot more towards.
Yeah.
I want to say the right. That's
Traditional.
Traditional, right?
Yeah,
Because traditional, and that's a good thing in my eyes.
Yeah.
I also feel like a lot of young people that are not coming up from people that are like maybe like 16 to like 20 right now, like those kids, maybe not 20, but like 18. I feel like those kids are coming out and being raised a little bit better by their parents. I think their parents are kind of paying attention to what they're looking at on the computer, phone, stuff like that. Because years ago, nobody cared.
Well, I think parents nowadays
learn their lesson.
No, I think younger parents now can relate more to their kids than back in the day.
Yeah, I agree.
We were growing up in the middle of a technology boom.
Yeah.
Right. Our parents couldn't keep up with that. They still can't keep up with that technology. Right. So it's hard for them to relate compared to if you're let's say you're 16 now, your parents are in their 40s.
They already experienced it.
They've already experienced it, and they are more aware, and they know, they can relate more to their kids.
Yeah,
I actually had an interesting conversation with my buddy not so long ago because we were talking about a lot about church. His wife is he's like I can be hungover to all hell. I'm going to church because my wife's gonna drag me there. I'm like, I kind of, not to say I drag at the time, but at first I kind of did. But he's like, I think it's a little hypocritical. The people that have all the when you have a christening or something like that, but that's the only time you go to church. You know?
Oh, as in like just for like a baptism,
Just for a
like
baptism,
christening
Or
or
get married.
Yeah, exactly.
maybe that's in the beginning, but eventually
Yeah.
they come back.
not always.
Not always, but I would say
Yeah.
majority.
Majority.
Because
Majority.
he's like
You know, raising
sometimes-
young kids.
Yeah,
Sometimes it puts a drain on you, a strain on you.
I
Then
get it.
sometimes, you know,
I get it.
you don't want to deal with it in church on Sunday with the kids screaming and crying. Some people just look at it that way. Some people just take the kid to
Yeah,
church, right?
right.
And just let everybody else deal with it. But, you know, that's
Yeah.
just the way it is.
But
But
there-
I
there
would
are-
say majority returns.
Yeah, but there are people that, you know, they have kids and they get, you know, they go to have a christening, but like, you know, and even when the kid's older, they still don't go, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of we had that conversation because it's like, you know, you're supposed to teach your kid by leading by example,
Right.
right? So you know, if you're not going to church, your kid's probably
We have been, and I made this a priority. I tell everybody, you know, who needs to hear that, we are very pro kids.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, when people bring your kid, they're gonna be misbehave, but how they're gonna learn
Yeah.
of going, the habit, and they're gonna be loud. That's what they do. That's why we have those rooms in the back.
Yeah.
And
Right.
some people will come and complain that the kids were loud. I said, first and foremost, you know where quiet is? A cemetery.
Yeah.
That's very quiet
That's
place.
very
Right,
true.
right.
And
Very
the
true.
other thing, the church does not cry, die.
Yeah.
If you
said
have no
that,
kids-
you said that a homily before.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Because it is true. And then we have cry rooms. Then they there, you know, like we were talking, you know, the kids developing a trade market and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, yeah, that's definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
You want the young kids to come to church still, and maybe, you know, maybe they don't understand in the beginning, but they know what it is,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Like my kids know what church is. They don't understand the meaning of it yet, but they're getting there. You know.
So I've been going, blessing
You know.
people homes, doing colendas, and sometimes the kid would say, Jesus. It's like, I've been called many names, but Jesus was the first one.
Hey, you know what? That's not the worst.
But they
That's-
connect.
Yeah.
They associate me with the church, with Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
you
what
know.
I'm saying. It's not the worst thing they can call you,
Yeah.
right?
You came to my
Like
house
in-
today to do that, to do exactly that.
Yeah.
And my daughter's been waiting all day for you to show up.
Really?
Yeah. And I was
Wow.
asking all day. She's like, "Is the priest yet here yet? Is the priest here yet? Is the priest yet? Yes, Sean. Yes, Sean. Yes, Sean." So I mean, obviously she's had a rough day. She's
Right.
whatever. She got something. She got something, but she was excited.
Yeah.
She was happy to see them. Anna was happy too. Right away. Trash.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, it's refreshing that we have a church that's expanding. It's refreshing that we have a pastor that, like I said, gets to the point and brings people into church. It's definitely, and having faith in general, it just
Right.
gives you some kind of meaning, some kind of direction,
Right.
right? I mean, that's the
I
whole
would
point.
call
behind
that certain leadership style.
it. Yeah,
You
Yeah.
know, because I mean, you have churches that, for no other reason than the leadership or failure of leadership or inability to make decisions, or the worst thing that can happen for any institution is inability to make decisions. Make a decision, bad or good,
yeah,
we'll find out. But you have
Yeah.
to decide. You have
Yep.
to do. I made all those decisions initially because I knew, you know, I'll upset a lot of people initially, and you wouldn't believe things. You know, people were calling. I was called a Polish macho. I was labeled. I was, you know, some lady told us that because before this was a Polish church, she had no mice in the home. And I said, one of the neighbors, and I said, so they have Polish passports? How do you know? You know, it's just like you wouldn't believe it. Or another person wrote a letter to the bishop, and this was the bishop who didn't know me, and because if the bishop who had known me, we had a relationship, he would know that this was baloney. You know what she was writing, that I took away their mass. I had to prove to the guy that for 18 years there was no midnight mass. It was a 10 p.m. English midnight mass, and we added Polish midnight mass. And she said, I came to the church and it was in a foreign language, and she's Latino. She's Hispanic, she's Mexican. It's like, what is wrong with you people?
yeah, 100%.
You know, and those labels, and you know, the takeover. Oh, it's going to be a Polish church. No, it's not going to be a Polish church. It's a bilingual church. In fact, majority of masses are in English. Our religious education and faith formation is in English. We have recently hired, in conjunction with local funeral home, Model Funeral Home, a person to support administratively, so we can have funerals in Polish. and services in Polish, and people can, if they don't want to travel, back to the city, have services.
Exactly.
So we are addressing those things by making decisions about the future, right?
Right.
Some things will take time. Obviously, there's some projects that are time consuming, and it will take time. Some we can, you cannot turn a big boat,
Yeah, exactly.
180 degrees instantly. You have to do certain things. Polish presence have been beneficial to the English population because they are exposed to our piety, the way we pray,
Correct.
how we come to confession. They said, I haven't seen so many people going to confession since I was in Catholic school, and that was like in 1950s.
Yeah, exactly.
They haven't seen a Corpus Christi procession since like probably that time too, because our people go. But we also, if you've been to confession in our church, we have a system that works because we do practice science too. The operation, it's between 15 and 17 minutes from you coming to church, you leave.
Yeah,
having
it's
been
pretty
to
fast.
confession.
Yeah, and it's a
fast.
lot of people.
It's
Wow.
thousands of people.
Yeah, I know. Confession. Dude, it's crazy. When you will show up at 7 o'clock, because usually it starts at 7.
Uh-huh.
When you show up at 7 o'clock, there's a line out the door, probably,
Outside.
I don't know, halfway around the building.
Uh-huh.
And when everything starts moving, then obviously it cuts down. People keep coming the entire time. And it's nonstop, a full line. I never seen the end of the line, actually. I went pretty late.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a long line for confession in church. And there's how many priests there usually?
8.
8.
We used to have 10, but 8 is a more optimal number because then we had to put those 2 priests. One will be sitting in the closet. And
You have like analytics for all this.
Yeah, dude. The way it's set up, the way the confessions are set up, it's efficient.
Yeah.
Very efficient.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
engineering.
But that's good. That's you want it to be
Eight
efficient. You want it to
priests
be too long.
Say
Yeah.
Same-
priest sitting in a room around a table.
No, it was actually our original idea. Some parishes are mimicking us. Obviously, what they say, imitation is the highest form of compliment, but gets annoying. Get your own ideas. Stop copying us in everything. We put QR codes for people for collection. Other churches started putting them up too. It's like,
I don't know.
I remember that was the only. I think your church is the only one I've seen personally, but I only go to like.
For collection to do like a donation.
Yeah.
I only go to 3 churches.
you,
so.
you point like now QR codes.
Yeah.
A lot of them got pulled off by the kids.
Yeah.
I know. We are working on how to.
We got it imprinted into the machine.
Just put it on the TV.
No, or maybe put it on the wall, print it, and just stick it on the wall. And you have it on cars, pickups.
Put it on the inside.
Transport cars.
Put it on the inside of the
book.
The book.
We're trying to get rid of the books because a lot of things
Everybody
happen to
get the
those
tablet
books.
when you walk in.
Oh yeah, I'm sure yeah. People don't steal from the church, but someone's gonna steal one of those tablets.
You just gave me an idea. Maybe what we should do is have a QR code displayed on the screens when they are start taking up collection.
That's a good idea.
That's right. Yeah,
Boom,
exactly.
it comes up. If you want to donate, just take the phone, aim.
That'd be technologically advanced.
I never would do that because I never take out my phone in church.
Yeah, but you give cash, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah.
So doesn't relate to us.
Yeah.
But if you forgot your money at home and a lot of people not pay with their phone,
Right.
or people don't carry cash, a lot of people don't carry cash.
Or just set up a Zelle and put it on the bottom of the bulletin. If you missed
you should actually add it there.
please feel free to send a Zelle too. And then with the phone number.
Yeah.
I mean, I told Dad that when he was present at for picnics, for Polish picnics. I'm like, why don't you get like the square, or
We do that in our picnic. We have a terminal, wireless terminal.
I'm like, or like just take Zelle payments. You already have the bank account. All you have to do is set up the Zelle.
Usually-
Didn't you just try to set up Dad's Zelle recently?
No, he tried to do it himself.
Oh, well, that was total failure. I can promise you that.
Yeah, because I couldn't fix it.
the way we did it, it's through our bank. If you ask, they
Exactly.
do have those terminals. They can give it to you for free. even.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was telling my dad. I'm like, he's like, no. He's like, that's stupid. Blah blah blah. I'm like, he's like,
That's technology,
he's like,
bro.
Who's not gonna just have cash? I'm like, half the people there just aren't gonna have just cash.
Young people.
Yeah.
The old people will have cash.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they know, right? I mean, kids know too, but I mean, if somebody's real thirsty, they're gonna run out of cash. It'd be convenient if they could pay some other way.
Oh, 100%. I think that would improve at least 10%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So our collection. Let's see how much percent.
This is administration comes into effect.
Let's see if 25% almost is through electronic means.
Right now?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than I expected.
Yeah, for sure. I thought
$2,500, $3,000 out of, let's see, 13, 14, 15.
Oh, wow.
You know?
that's pretty good.
Yeah, you got to put it on the bottom of your bulletin.
If you missed it, you can still repent.
I think it's there. It's somewhere because how else would people, set it
Yeah.
up? Because
Yeah.
it's recurring donations.
Oh, so once you set it up,
Set it up and it's going.
I think St. Mary's is like that,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not mistaken.
Did they
Mhm.
copy you?
No, they might have done it at the same time. Because
But it makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, that's cashless. It's easy.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it. You want to donate, you donate. It's automatic.
you know, you watch those podcasts and they often have a donation. You know,
Yeah.
you know,
We got to get one.
yeah, you should.
But we're not big enough for that kind of stuff
Yeah.
yet.
No, you don't
Eventually.
know.
We'll
You
see.
don't know.
I mean, we have, 200, just under 200 subscribers.
We're getting there, slowly but surely.
Exactly, it's like the church.
Rome
We-
didn't
we
get built
didn't-
in empire.
We didn't have the numbers initially, but word of mouth, the content will attract
Yeah.
people. The more diverse stuff you guys are going to be addressing.
Yeah,
Different
exactly.
variety of topics.
Sometimes we go a little too crazy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Well, but
Sometimes I'm afraid to share some of these podcasts that we were on because sometimes
we don't sometimes. There's a few podcasts that we
didn't release because we went way off, way off.
or we never got on topic.
yeah, but
We'll just leave it at that.
as long as it's not illegal, I would, because if they lock you up for that.
That's true because you know what? I mean, you're always gonna get ridiculed one way or another.
Yeah.
You just gotta
100%.
roll
Oh
with
yeah,
it.
they're gonna label you one way or another.
So I mean, realistically, I don't know. There's
Lab-
one specifically one that I don't know if we released that one.
The one with Peter
Yeah, that one was rough
with our other brother.
Yeah. But
Well,
anyway, yeah, that was a good time.
It was a funny one, but that one we might get at least a strike on that one from YouTube. YouTube would probably give us a strike at least.
We won't know until we find out.
Yeah.
Well, we thank Musk for
Free speech.
For free speech.
Yeah,
That's
Because-
right. I agree.
Because we would be in a different place if he hadn't bought.
I think he's starting to believe in more religion now. From what I
Yeah.
just recently read, that he's
So
actually
is Joe Rogan, right?
yeah. Well, I like Joe Rogan, but Joe Rogan seems to flip flop a lot.
Yeah.
He flips flop.
I've watched him, and then he starts saying some things that it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
where's this coming from?
Yeah, exactly.
You got too big, and you don't want to,
Well,
say-
yeah, that or maybe like I said, I like Joe Rogan. He just tends to flip flop on certain things. Like he was for the president, then he wasn't for the president. Then he's like he was for deportations, now he's not really for deportations. I mean that's more political work right now, right? But it's like, bro, it's either you do it or you don't do it.
There could be a middle ground, right? But I don't know.
Most of the time there isn't. It's one way or another.
I mean, whatever.
This decision has to be made, right?
Yeah.
One way or another.
Would I stop it? No, but
So when I got in the seminar, so two things. Why I'm keeping my homily short is because I strongly believe in that attention span of 5 to 7 minutes. And in the seminar, our professor told us, you have your whole life to tell them all you want to tell them. Don't tell them at once.
That's very good.
Yeah.
That's very good. Yeah.
because I've been to masses, because sometimes I go incognito, although it's becoming more difficult, just to see what happens in other places when I'm off or on vacation. Because as a priest, you still have to go to church. You don't have to be the presider or concelebrant. You can be in a pew,
Yeah.
like plain clothes,
Right.
and that counts. In fact, a priest only has to say one mass after he is ordained. He has to. That's a requirement, and then you don't have to say masses for entire life.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So that's how our law works, and used to be that way in the past when those priests were made priests or bishops because they needed to have the title and the benefices, money, and whatnot. And they were basically ordained politicians.
There's those as well, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's always been like that.
I mean,
I think church is most political institution that still in existence.
It's been around for a long time.
You know, and Napoleon told one cardinal, I'm going to destroy the church. He said, good luck. We priests tried it for 2,000 years. Because, it happens. So there's this one thing, I try to keep it short. And I forgot what I was going to say. The second thing, I was trying to make a point. Yeah, I'm getting there.
It's an effect that we have on people.
They lose the train of thought. Yeah, you go off tangent.
Yeah.
You'll come back to
Probably.
But I mean, yeah, I like it that way. Like I said, I don't like the long, homilies because, you said, people who just start
looking around,
start falling asleep. How many people used to sleep at mass?
Not too many.
Not your mass.
Not my mass.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen other masses. So I've been going incognito, and sometimes I'm at this mass and I am lost. You know what's going on? Like with the homily. Where is he going? He's taking off. Oh, he's coming down. He's landing. He's about to, he's taking off again. What is this?
You know what? I can
Push,
understand.
pull.
I can understand those exact examples because sometimes I'm like, he's coming to the end. Nope, he's not. He's gonna just keep going. All right, sounds good. Whatever.
The tone of voice changes.
Yeah,
and it's like it slows down. Like it's coming to an end. Like he's ready. You're ready for the last sentence.
Yeah.
And then nope.
Exactly.
Yes. I always look at the people because I need that feedback. If they're listening, they're interested. Sometimes some catastrophic things happen, like a kid is losing it. It's like, I hope it's not my homily. Are we going to end this here? Because we're not coming back from it. We're not coming back. So happened couple times. Mass was like 40 minutes because you couldn't recuperate from a kid having a tantrum or somebody fainting or some other catastrophic situation taking place.
My last question is just, what was the craziest thing that's happened during a mass for you?
In the church or just in general?
Let's say in church.
Let's see. Because I can tell you the most recent crazy thing that happened outside the church when a guy lost his marbles, I think. He started shooting and we were under lockdown and the subdivision was across the street.
Oh, on Parker.
Yeah.
It was when I was in Canada.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that was Holy Family Sunday, so the Sunday right after Christmas before the New Year's.
Yeah, I remember that.
SWAT was
SWAT
here.
came and everything, yeah.
People were getting, and guys were getting guns. They locked, somebody fainted. It's just like, oh my gosh. Other than, I haven't really experienced anything pretty outrageous at Mass. Not on my Masses anyways.
Somebody just recently fainted in church, that I remember.
Yeah. But she gave blood.
Oh, that was that day?
Mm-hmm. Before Mass.
She got weak.
And that's, if you want to give blood, donate blood, do it after Mass. If you faint, they can rescue you when you come to church. Becomes a scene and whatnot. And you don't need that.
No, definitely not.
And then sometimes you have no control.
Over it. Exactly. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming on here with us.
Awesome.
It was a good time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It was fun. And we'll probably have to do it again because there's a lot more to talk about.
I feel like we only got through a third of the stuff I wanted to talk about.
Exactly. We'll do it again for sure.
That's right.
That's the more information we get out there, the better.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
So, maybe some people will learn more about you. Maybe some people locally will learn more about you. I mean, we'll see.
So when I was in the seminary, they told me that's what I was going to say. Come back. 30% are going to like you. 30% are being undecided. 30% you can never
change their mind. Yeah.
Same thing with politics.
What about the last 10?
Well, the last 10 is like undecided or independent or something. So you make it 33.
Yeah, there you go.
33.33. Yeah, one third.
Yeah, but you get the gist of it.
Sounds good. Well, thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
This
have
was
a good
fun.
one.
Thanks.
Yep. See you later. Bye.